It's time to continue with the Homeworld 3 coverage. I wasn't sure what to do. Like, I thought about, of course, continuing the campaign 3 hours that I did. But I think it would be more efficient at this point to just do some skirmishes, so that's what I did. And I'm now commentating over them. So I did a couple of 1v1s against the AI, just so I could see, just get a feeling of how, because I can relate to skirmishes against the AI 1v1. That's something I've got experience with in all these games. Like, it's just a sandbox to mess around in. And you can see how the economy works, how the teching up works, how the maps work, you know, the control of the map. So I'm picking the biggest map I can find here. I'm doing the standard scenario otherwise, like I'm playing against the hard AI. I'm playing as the Higarans against the big bads. And yeah, it's funny how it has all of these multiplayer waiting things that come up, even though I'm playing against the AI, a local match against the AI, you know. Yeah, so this is something that you're going to do in every Homeworld game, I think, which makes it a bit redundant. You're going to just immediately max out all of the resource collectors, and there's an arbitrary cap of 8, which is silly. I don't like this. I don't like how the only real bottleneck is that 8 that you can have. So you're just capping out that 8 and then keeping it capped out, and if the enemy destroys one, it's just a temporary setback, so you just make another one. I really don't like that. See, in Homeworld 1, the bottleneck would be the proximity of resources and how many harvesters that you want to be working on it. So taking resources would be a commitment. It's more of an operational or strategic commitment. But in this game, you're just making all 8 controllers and just spreading them out amongst all of the little clusters, which are all over the place. You're not really going to be contesting this. Look at it, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And I think this is going to be ubiquitous throughout this game, because it's even kind of like that in the campaign, isn't it? And also, I learned that the Mothership itself can harvest. So yeah, I'm just splitting up all of my collectors at this point. That's all that really matters. And also, there's another limiter on your prowess in these head-to-heads, which is how fast you can tech up. And the way that you tech up is really disappointing. There's a set path that you go down every single time. Interceptor, railgun corvette, generic frigate, I think it's an assault frigate, and then it's carrier, and then destroyer, and then battlecruiser. So it just feels worse in every way than Homeworld 1, because see, in Homeworld 1 you could go down the fighter path and you could get all of the fighters and then unlock cloaked fighters or defense fighters. Or you could research light corvettes, and then you've the corvette chassis. You research corvette chassis, which is basically light corvette research, and then you go down all the corvette research, like that. Or you can just immediately research support frigates, and then assault frigates, and then ion cannon frigates. You don't really choose anything here. You're basically just going bigger, 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 bigger when you're researching. You don't have to choose between anything, and that's a bit like what I was describing with the resource collectors. You're not really choosing to commit to getting resources. Like, you're not. It's like, see when I think about resources as something that incentivizes contesting and gameplay, you know, it's like a tug of war. I think of Command and Conquer and the ore fields, you know. Once you've got an ore field, it's going to be an asset to you, and you're going to be protecting it, you're going to keep an eye on it, and then it's going to be contested. They're going to go after they can go after your refineries, they can go after your resources, they can start harvesting it themselves, and just try and share it with you. But seeing this, it's like, what's the point in even attacking a resource collector that's a way off gathering resources? Because first of all, there's only going to be like 4,000 per blob of resources. Like, see what I'm doing here? I'm just sending out some recons to try and contest some resource collectors. But it's not enough to do anything really. Also, this is another thing. See the fighters, they have a cone in front of them that they can target. So there's not really proper dogfighting. Like there's not a spine-mounted gun that shoots straight forward, and they have to have it pointed towards the enemy. It doesn't work like that. That's something I've noticed, and it's whenever I zoom in on fighters dogfighting, it's kind of off-putting. It's almost like a crutch. You don't have to code proper dogfighting and make scouts line up their flight patterns with enemies. If the gun can just lead and shoot anywhere, you know, on the fly, there's not really any dogfighting needed if you can do that. But yeah, there is. So I've went railgun corvette and then assault frigate, and I'm also making turrets because turrets they offer a bit of an asymmetrical advantage. So if you can just spam turrets and have them somewhere that there's going to be heavy fighting, sometimes they offer passive long-term benefit that just slightly shifts the balance in big fights, and I really think that's the case in this. I don't think I realised it at this point. Like, I'm still in the Homeworld 1 and 2 mindset, so I wasn't even deploying these turrets. I think I have to wait until the second match before I do that. And look, I'm just researching everything now. That's it. I've researched everything. See, in this, I wanted to not spam ships. I was determined not to spam ships. But the thing is, the AI is spamming ships. Like, it is fully resourcing.
Turret alert.
I think the AI in this game just reaches the cap. It just caps itself out.
Group 1 is in trouble.
Like, see the decision to... See the caps, they are a crutch, and I think they apply to both player and AI. They're a crutch.
Understood. Turret maneuvering to position.
See in Homeworld 1, if you made 500 fighters, you would be easy to counter, but in this game, you're only ever going to have 45 recon. Look at that, only 45. So, if you go all in on recons, you can't really go all in on recons. You can only make 45. I remember I would have 100 defenders in one formation in Homeworld 1, or 50 defenders in one formation in Homeworld 1. But in this, that's the whole allotment that you're allowed in a match.
Understood. Moving to escort. Controller, we are in position.
Is that frigates that they have there?
Assault frigate ready for action.
Anti-strike craft turret. Yeah, you've got to press a key to activate the deployment thing for these turrets, and then you have to click on a target terrain so they land on it and deploy their gun. It's really silly. Look, I sent a turret up to the resources up there because I just forgot that you have to deploy them on solid terrain. Right, so there's assault frigates coming. I've got 4 of them.
Get us in range.
We have lost a
Also, I don't think that... The game calls it bandboxes, but I don't think they really work. See, if you were to have assault frigates and just bandbox around an enemy fleet, the assault frigates would prioritise target fighters and then corvettes, and they would target capital ships last, so they would hunt out all of the things that they're a hard counter to. I don't think that really happens in this, it doesn't feel like it. There's not... But if they actually do that, then I suppose I'm just misreading what would otherwise just be a case of there isn't really a rock, paper, scissors in this game.
Upgrade complete.
Which I don't really think there is. I think that this game is going to largely be about spam and blobs, just pure volume. Attrition, I called it when I was doing my 3-hour session. Like, see these six railgun corvettes? I don't think they can really do much. They're not going to achieve much.
Resource controller has been engaged. Railgun corvette production complete.
They're not capable of very much. I think they're meant to be used against frigates. But even if they were just there, alone with frigates, shooting at them, they would probably not trade that well. It would probably be a pretty mediocre performance.
Engage Mothership.
So if the enemy sends a mixed fleet, you're kind of just screwed, I think. because they just blob. They spam loads of shit, and it's just a tug of war like a MOBA or something. They just go right down the middle lane at you with loads of shit. Like, see all of my resources to the left? They're all left alone. There's nothing really happening there. It's just passive economy, and I'm sitting on 25k. I'm not even spending my money. That's a dead giveaway. I've got so much money saved up, and it's accumulating faster than I can spend it. I really don't like this. Like, see the way the whole economy works in this?
Support frigate is now ready.
See, in Homeworld 1, you would have resource controllers, which would be a target. If you take out all the resource controllers, then the resource in operation is pretty much dead, because the resource collectors have got to come all the way back to the mothership. So you need to have collectors, you need to have controllers, and the resources don't just come in consistently like you see it at the top right. Look at it, it's just going up non-stop basically. That's not how it happened. So you've got 4 little pods coming off a controller basically. You've got 4 resource collectors and a controller at all times for every resource in operation, and they're just going around the map just hoovering everything up.
Alert.
It's really oversimplified.
Support frigate is now ready.
Reporting critical damage.
I'm not happy about it, and of course that's how it works in campaign as well. It's just how the economy works in this game.
Shill, ship target.
It's extremely oversimplified.
Receiving.
Interceptor production.
Can you even use a salvage corvette to steal resource controllers in this?
Ready to copy.
And what does that mean for the cap? Can you go 9 out of 8, 10 out of 8, 11 out of 8? You know, it's... I've not tried that yet. I haven't even bothered. I don't like how stealing ships has its function tied with resource controlling, resourcing. I don't like that. And look, all this spam's coming through now to my mothership.
Support frigate is now alert. Resource
So
controller
I've
integrity at
refused to
50%
spam
default.
ships. I'm trying to go bigger and bigger. I'm gonna try and get destroyers for this.
Resource controller nearing.
I'm trying to get destroyers and then battlecruisers. That's my plan here. And that means I should be able to control fights. A destroyer should have a lot of guns on it, so it should be alright at killing fighters unless it gets absolutely flooded and overwhelmed. So I've got 30k saved up, and I'm going for the heavy ships.
Priority alert.
Like, they went for a bit of a fighter rush and a spam, but I should be able to get destroyers and battlecruisers now and be alright. I should be able to bail myself out of this.
Send transmission.
And I'm having some support frigates there as backup. So I think I should win
Research
this.
complete.
Like, the AI has decided to just spam loads of stuff, so I should be able to win by surviving long enough to get some battlecruisers and destroyers on the field and win that way. So let's see if that happens. Because I doubt the AI is going to know to make loads of bombers to counter me. And I've got some turrets parked on the inside of this. See that? I've managed it. I've gotten some on that. That's 4 of them or 5 of them sitting on that now. I realised later that I should have parked my mothership right beside it to support it, and I should have just kept spamming turrets and planting them on that. That's what I would do, I think, against every match against the AI. I think I would do that from now on. Just find an old piece of junk, put the mothership on one side of it, and then just spam turrets on that side of it that the mothership faces directly. So that if anyone approaches the mothership, they just get absolutely bombed by turrets.
Send message.
Because my turrets are over there on their own right now. And that's not good.
Receiving.
But now I'm trying to get some frigates going now. I'm trying to get some assault frigates with support frigates supporting them.
Break attack. Evasive action to fall
Even
back
that doesn't really work. Like, it's not... Support frigates are not capable enough.
Resource controller hull integrity at 75%.
Right, so I'm building more resource controllers. And I'm going to be placing more of these turrets down. I'm going to try and find good surfaces.
Warning, resource controller
I've still got
nearing
26k,
critical.
so
Hull
I'm thinking
upgrade
I'm
complete.
fine here. I should be fine.
Receiving.
Right, so I've got 4 support frigates, 2 assault frigates, and it looks like they're just overwhelming me here.
Destroy the resource.
Alright, so I'm making destroyers though. I've got some destroyers coming, so I should be alright. Shouldn't I? I should be alright. And I'm refusing to spam frigates because I want to go bigger than frigates. I want to get destroyers and battlecruisers. I don't want to piss away all of my money on frigates that are fragile. And now I've got a destroyer and they don't. So I think I should be able to get in here and start sniping away frigates. But look, they've got loads of blobs of frigates all over the place. I should outrange that though. I've got a destroyer, so I should outrange that and start sniping them. I should be able to just murder all of this piece by piece. And get some anti-fighter at the same time and win this. I've got a destroyer and he doesn't. The AI doesn't. So I should be able to get in range of frigates that can't shoot at me, take them out one by one and kite my way to safety every time. And if they get a lot of bombers, I can support frigate and pull back. Like I can repair myself, pull back to be repaired. But for now I'm getting into this fight, let's see how it goes. And I'm trying a patrol order there in front of the mothership. Let's see how that does. And my turrets are getting intercepted. See that? Alright, so my destroyer is just shooting out these weird missile things at the moment. These little balls of plasma or something. So I'm not impressed. Like I should see turrets being fired. I should see ion cannon beams. Like what weapons does this destroyer have? This is a bit crap so far. You know, it's not doing anything. Yeah, so I'm getting impatient now and I want to see something happen, so I'm trying to find a target for this. Alright, so I'm aiming at that because I'm assuming that it's going to be producing through it.
We've lost a resource controller.
Yeah, so I've lost basically everything at the front now and it's my destroyer against this blob of frigates. So let's see how this goes.
Caution, destroyer is taking fire.
I've even lost all of my support frigates. They've just disappeared, you know? It's weird. It's strange. Alright, so what's going on here? Look, it's just a big blob of frigates. Look at that. And all I've really got here, I've got 2 destroyers. That should be enough, 2 destroyers. I should be able to kill all this. And my razor thing's popping up there, it's annoying. Don't know why that was doing that. Alright, so now I can make battlecruisers. I should be okay here. I've got 2 destroyers on the field. I've got some assault frigates coming out to repair them. I should be able to kill all this. And they've got disruption corvettes there, which I've read are just to stop me from moving. I should be able to kill all these. They should all get murdered, you know?
Caution, resource controller taking damage.
And my support frigates are just getting killed, see that?
Warning, resource controller
They have loads of crap. My destroyers are not really doing anything. I've got 3 destroyers and they're not really doing anything. I can only get 4.
Resource controller destroyed.
So I decided to try and help this destroyer escape that lock that it's got on it from the corvettes. And I've got all of my destroyers firing at targets. And it's not really doing much, is it? I'm not really attritioning these away. It's not really happening. They're just spamming more shit. It's just spam. I've got 16k left.
Support frigate is now ready. Caution, destroyer taking effective fire. The resource controller has been destroyed.
And they've parked a carrier right underneath my mothership, which is really bizarre.
Destroyer taking effective fire. Hull integrity down to 75%.
Battlecruiser fire control research.
Alert, destroyer hull integrity.
That means that it can't fire, but it improves the firepower of everything else. So that is similar to what we've had in the past in Homeworld 2 when we had fire control towers, I think it was called. So that's interesting, like that sort of changes, transforms the unit. That's an orthogonal sort of differentiation there.
Caution, destroyer is taking fire.
But look, my destroyers are getting wrecked. It's just some frigates. Do they even have that many beam frigates, which are what are meant to destroy destroyers? Ion cannons are the anti-capital ship weapon, or heavy missiles, but there's just all this crap everywhere. You know, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel right. Like it just.
Resource controller hull integrity at 50% and fault.
Like my destroyer crashes into mother destroyer. Look at that. They've fixed the explosions a bit, haven't they? I complained about that a lot. I think it might be a bit better. It's still not. It's not good enough. See how Nebula's Fleet Command did it with the fusion cores that go critical? That is cool. And it happened again. Fucking Razor, yeah. I get rid of it, I just drag it away.
Mothership hull integrity.
Look, I've got a Battlecruiser. That should kill everything. Everything there should die now. Everything.
Resource controller destroyed.
Look, my Battlecruiser should just kill everything. It should just be going target to target. Every time it cycles its ion cannon, a frigate should die. But all my destroyers are dead. Look at that. I've got another one coming out, maybe a fourth one. It's like it's like the rock paper scissors is so shit.
Priority alert. We are losing strike craft.
Like a carrier right beside my Battlecruiser and it's not dead yet.
Battlecruiser hull at 75%.
That Battlecruiser's already almost at half.
Suppression
See this? There's something just off about this. It just feels weird.
Battlecruiser hull integrity now at 50%.
Where is all the damage that my Battlecruiser's meant to do, you know? Like, it's just pure spam here and it's worked. Half of this stuff, or most of it, should be dead to the destroyers. But my destroyers didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Where is all of their stuff? Like, there's a Battlecruiser there, it should be annihilating things. But it's not. It's so strange.
Suppression frigate is now ready.
I don't know how it can be simultaneously the case that time to kill is really low, but things like Battlecruisers and destroyers are not the top dog that just chew things up. Look, that carrier is even still there. I think it just died now, maybe? No, that was me that died. It was me that died, wasn't it? It's just off. Like, it's just not right, man. It's just about spam, really. It really is about spam. Look, I gathered 73k, spent all of it. AI gathered 120k, spent all of it. Spent 70k of it. We spent the same amount, but the AI just had way more. It's so weird. It's so weird. So what that tells you is you can't feed units in piecemeal. Like, you can't get hard counters and send them in and just demolish things. Like, see a Battlecruiser, it should have been able to kite. I should have been able to outrange everything there, alright, first of all, and been able to kite back and just pick off frigates one by one while kiting and keeping my distance. But it just doesn't happen. I could have tried pulling away with my Mothership there and then pulling back with the Battlecruiser, but attack move doesn't work, of course, so I can't even do that. But at the same time, like, the engagement ranges are just pathetic, it feels like. Did you see how close my destroyer had to get to enemy frigates, my first destroyer, before it would send out those little energy balls? Did you see how close I had to get? Like, ion cannon beams are meant to be these standoff weapons. They really are. Like, you're meant to be able to just
Channel open, stand by.
get an ion cannon frigate or a wall of them, like a little broad formation of them, and just start sniping things while standing off and kiting. But
move to new position.
this is, I don't know how else to describe it, but arcadey. Like, everything just happens so close.
Probe is away. Resource controller complete.
See a Battlecruiser, it should have like double the distance, the range of an ion cannon frigate. It should be like double the range. Like, their beams should be so powerful. See a Battlecruiser's ion beam weapon module. It should just be this giant block on the ship. Like, see the turrets, first of all, on a Battlecruiser, the ion beams in Homeworld 1 and 2 could rotate. Like, they were, like, ion cannons are meant to be these really heavy duty weapons, right? So in order for it to be on a rotatable turret, it has to be on something as big as a Battlecruiser. Or a destroyer even. But in this, they're just these little tiny turrets on the bottom, I think, of a Battlecruiser, and they have crap range. There's so much that's just weird and off. Like, it seems like in a lot of ways they've definitely really tried to just mimic what we had with Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2. Like, you've got all the same types of ships with albeit slightly different names. Like, a scout is called a recon for some reason now. Also, is Railgun Corvette the only Corvette that the Higarans have? Like, what the hell is that? There's something seriously wrong there. That's bizarre. Where are, you know, the classic light and heavy Corvettes? It's like they don't respect the significance of turrets and just raw firepower. It feels like a light Corvette would just have one small turret and it would have even worse firepower than an interceptor, but it would be a rotatable turret, you know, and it would have armor. A heavy Corvette would have multiple turrets on it. What would it be, 2 or 4? And then a multi-gun Corvette would have like 8 little turrets all over it, and there would be these little turrets that can shred through fighters. They're just barely powerful enough to shred through fighters with their almost non-existent armor. It's like there's no respect for that gradual scaling up. Like, they don't have... It's almost like the ships are not designed to be practical and fit into a meta. They're just there for gimmicks and for show. Like, it doesn't feel gritty like Homeworld 1 did, and even like Homeworld 2 did to an extent.
Research complete.
Look at that, you get one Corvette, right? And then you've got like 5 types of frigates. Like, what the hell happened here? You've got an assault frigate, then you've got a suppression frigate. Look, ion cannon frigate, torpedo frigate. That's the same thing, basically. They both are meant to do the same thing. And then you've got suppression frigate and assault frigate. Like, what is the difference? It's so strange. But yeah, see, in this one, I've decided I'm going to be spamming more, and also I've decided to put my mothership right on top of this husk, and that I'm going to spam turrets all over this husk while staying near it, and that should go better. So I'm hoping that the AI is so shit that I can just basically get away with having 3 turrets all over the place. That's my plan for this, pretty much. And look, I've got to do this anti-strike craft turret, and then I can do the heavy turret. Look, it's... Why? Let me choose. I don't like that. And yeah, look, my recons are in there, my interceptors are in there, my railgun corvettes are in there, and they're all just dying. We're all just dying, man. Where are the hard counters? Where are the good engagements?
Caution, resource controller has been engaged.
And I've got 8 resource controllers, spread it out, and my money is really solid, and I've got massive expenditure.
Priority alert. High strike craft losses being reported.
I'm actually just spamming hard on this one, I think, and I'm also spamming turrets. See, 12 anti-strike craft turrets, that's like 4k. That's worth it. Because they won't even kill those, will they?
Command channel open.
Look at all this crap they've got already, though. So I need to deploy these. So I'm gonna start doing that now. That's what I do here. I just start getting turrets all over the place, and I try and keep up the spam a bit. Like, I do try and actually keep pace with the AI's absolutely disgusting spam.
Research complete.
And this is where you really start to think, where is all the gameplay we used to have?
Alert. Resource controller hull integrity at 50% and falling.
Like, you used to have modules on ships.
Warning. Resource controller nearing
This is another thing. You would build a carrier and you would purpose fit it to make corvettes or frigates or fighters. You couldn't just spam loads of different types of ships all the time.
Assault frigate ready for action.
And you didn't have enough money to do that either. Unless you toggled weird settings like massive resource injections. Like, this is a standard experience here against the AI. This is really standard. I've got default settings on apart from the map. I've picked a map that's a bit bigger than a 1v1 is usually going to be, I think. And look, I'm just replacing my resource collectors as soon as they die. And they clearly are not a significant investment. Look, I've got 12k from only 8 of them. And I've probably collected, like, see in the last match, I collected, what, 70k from having 8 capped. So each resource collector slot over the course of a match brings in like 10k. So it's not a significant investment. They return like 1,000 or 1,200% minimum. So if they die, it's no big deal, you just replace them, you know. the enemy probably overcommitted to try and destroy them. It's probably not worth it really to even do that. Unless you can actually choke up
Resource controller hull integrity
their
at
access to the
75%.
resources, it's not really worth it to destroy the collectors, is it?
Caution,
You're better off just going
resource
straight for the
controller hull
mothership
integrity
itself.
at 75%.
Or winning the tug of war. Just committing everything to the tug of war.
Resource controller hull integrity at 50% and falling.
Yeah, I've got 6 idle resource controllers, I don't even care. I've got 10k. I only need 20k, I'm gonna have enough money. I've got my turrets down as well. I need to do some shorts on ballistics and on fighter movement and all this stuff. Like, I really want to show this and show how bad it is in this game.
Assault frigate ready for
In that
action.
3 hours, I did show it quite well, but I want to do some side-by-sides with Homeworld 1 and show how good that was and how bad this is. And yeah, I'm getting destroyers out as well already, look at that. And I don't understand why yeah, they're not idle, they're under attack. You see the flashing thing, so they're being attacked. Yeah.
Ready to copy?
Assault frigate ready for
So
action.
I'm not even in trouble, they're under attack, but who cares? They're not dying, are they? 6 of them are under attack and they're still doing everything they need to do, so who cares? Is that yeah, I've got assault frigates coming out, I've got 5 of them already, and I'm making destroyers now. So I've got turrets set up, I've got them on both sides of the giant hole.
Support frigate is now ready.
So, and I've got a mix on either side. I've got missile turrets and anti-strike craft turrets on both sides. I've got support frigates repairing the damage on Mothership, which was a waste of time for the AI to do. They don't have enough firepower now to actually destroy a Mothership, so any damage they do to it is just a waste.
Caution, resource controller
It's all or
has
nothing,
been
really.
engaged.
And I've got my first destroyers coming out, and it's just spam. Like, I'm
Assault frigate
just
ready for action.
spamming. I'm spamming assault frigates, I'm spamming turrets. I'm getting heavy torpedo turrets out that can kill frigates.
And launching.
I think they work better than destroyers for destroying ships, honestly. And I'm just spacing them all around the place.
Support frigate is
So
now
they're now
ready.
shooting stuff on the belly the entire time. I'm just putting them all over the place.
Assault frigate ready for action.
I wonder if support frigates repair turrets.
Caution, carrier has been engaged.
Yeah, I've made a carrier now as well, and that can start spamming stuff. I've got 8 resource controllers, all gathering money. Only one of them under attack.
Resource controller hull integrity.
See, I'm not defending them whatsoever, and they're still doing fine gathering money.
Caution. Mothership hull integrity.
Yeah, that's me get 7 assault frigates. I've got most of the turrets that I can get already. I'm just killing their spam now. Like, I've developed enough critical mass to just kill everything, and the turrets are helping a lot, I think.
Caution, support frigate is now ready.
And that's the game, I think, at this point. I think this is how it would work even in multiplayer. But look, my mothership's getting attacked by loads of
Assault
shit.
frigate
See
ready for
that?
action.
So they're now wasting a lot of firepower. They are doing damage to my mothership, which is worrying. But I can repair myself while I'm killing them, so they're gonna not be able to keep up with this. I've got 4 assault frigates, and I'm telling them all, support frigates, I'm telling them all to repair. I've got 7 assault frigates and turrets. They're gonna just start killing all this stuff faster than they can spam it and accumulate it.
Assault frigate ready for action.
And I'm probably gonna have battlecruisers and destroyers coming out now as well, if I can last long enough. Yeah. See, look, they've not managed to do enough damage.
Support frigate is now ready.
6 support, 7 assaults. I think I've got enough, really. I'm quite confident here that I've done enough. The AI is just not contesting this
Assault frigate ready for
operational problem that it's got where my turrets are all set up. It needs to snipe all my turrets, like it's just driving past them and getting killed now. And there's all this stuff just flying off the turrets.
Resource controller is under fire.
See, turrets, they have really long range, right?
Caution.
But destroyers
Mothership
don't,
hull
battlecruisers
integrity
don't.
at 50%.
It's crap, it's really crap. Like, turrets are the standoff weapon, it looks like.
Clear the channel.
It's just not right.
Break contact.
Assault
See, the
frigate
bigger
ready
ships
for
get,
action.
the better the range should be. A battlecruiser should be able to kill a destroyer basically for free.
Sensor
A
alert.
destroyer should be able to kill a frigate basically for free. A frigate should be able to kill a corvette basically for free. A corvette should be able to kill a fighter basically for free. Bombers should be able to kill battle cruisers with almost no losses if you have enough of them. There should be a bomber critical mass that means they can kill battle cruisers cost effectively. That's how the game should work, obviously, you know, it's just bizarre. It's really just get all of your money converted into crap, a mix of crap, and just overwhelm.
Sensor contact, enemy frigate. Local
It's a
operators
soft
detected
counter system that's based on attrition and just spam. It's just crap, man.
frigate on the board.
It's crap.
Sensor contact.
Even Deserts of
Enemy
Karak
frigate.
wasn't
Check
this
screen.
bad, I think. Like, you could play perfectly Deserts of Karak and take no losses with perfect micro. You can't really do that in this. Everything just rushes you and it's all spam.
Copy.
Alright, there's my first destroyer. I've got Battlecruisers coming out.
Support adjusting.
Enemy frigate destroyed. Say again, frigate destroyed. Target eliminated.
And I've decided to put my Mothership back behind the turrets. So they have to go past 2 layers of turrets to get to me. And it's working, look at that, they're flying in front of my turrets and just getting killed. And then when they get to my Mothership, close enough to start doing damage to it, they just get hit with the rest of the turrets. Like, see those little missile things, or those little plasma balls that the turrets are firing, they're heat seekers? They're just killing everything.
Caution, resource controller taking damage.
And look, all the frigates are driving right up to my ships. So they're actually getting in range of my destroyers now. I've got 2 destroyers now. And I'm going for battlecruisers. So they're firing at my Mothership and my support frigates are just healing the thing. So they can't do anything.
Destroyer receiving.
It's just a clusterfuck, man, it really is. I don't like this kind of gameplay.
Exit combat zone.
Hostile
It's really
frigate
unsatisfying.
Stand by. Upgrade complete.
See in Homeworld 1,
Sensor alert.
if a massive wing of fighters came, I could just burst fire it with a heavy corvette. I could get 1 missile destroyer and just wipe it out. I could get 4 or 5 assault frigates and just start gunning it down.
Carrier has been engaged.
Like a giant formation of fighters would just get annihilated by a sufficiently big group of assault frigates. You know, it's like there were hard counters and things scaled properly. And this is just fucking spam, man. It's spam.
Caution, resource controller hull intact.
Unit is free to set its own attack priority.
Spam, man. It's just spam.
Destroyer is ready for action.
There's 3 destroyers I've got now, and I'm still waiting on my first battlecruiser.
Frigate is now ready.
Receiving.
Look at this spam. Yeah, I've got the critical mass now, and I can just kill everything. I can just kill everything, man.
Understood. Moving to escort. Come in lead.
Is that the first battlecruiser coming out now, or is that another destroyer?
Channel open. Stand by.
Yeah, everything's so fast, and everything's always just flying around. Like, there's no standoff, there's no concept of standing off in this game or distance. It doesn't exist. Everything just gets mixed in with everything immediately.
Safe zone marked.
Like, you would not... Like, and also it doesn't help that the speeds of ships are just fucked in this.
Priority alert. Suffering
Like, the
high
Mothership
loss.
goes as fast as a scout, basically. It's so bad. It's such a mess. It's not right at all. Everything just gets mixed in with everything immediately, instantly, and it's just a clusterfuck. They have so much to fix, I can't even tell you. And how funny would it be if they fixed everything exactly as I'm describing how they should do it?
Destroyer is ready
Like
for action.
happened with my video from a few months ago.
5 assigned.
And once again, I just got absolutely no credit for it, you know?
Caution.
Like, it's so obvious what's wrong here, and I'm just saying it all, and
Resource controller has been engaged.
I'm just like, how did this happen, and will this get fixed, and when? Because it's such a mess right now, man. I can't imagine what it's like for people that are thinking about doing proper dedicated PvP in this. Also, is that a battlecruiser now that I've got there? Nah, that's just the 4th destroyer. Like, see the size as well? It's so weird. Everything is just this... What's it called? Toblerone?
Frigate is now
Ships are all just big Toblerones that float around. Where is the proper ship shapes? You know,
Command
it's...
channel open.
Like, they're all just Toblerones that are almost the same size. Triangular prisms, that's where it is.
Receiving.
Triangular prism ships. Destroyers and frigates and battlecruisers all look the same.
Gunnery. In
It's just not satisfying design, man, it really isn't. Like, see the turrets on a battlecruiser in Homeworld 1? They were the size of a frigate, man. They were. Seriously, man, check it. And those things jumped back when they fired, and they fired these big bullets that were almost as big as a fighter, you know? And if those bullets hit a frigate, they would knock the frigate back, like they would transfer momentum to it. It all felt so grounded and real and gritty. That's just all gone, man. It's just weird, man. It's not... There's so much wrong. It's not just different, like it's wrong, it actually is just off, isn't it? And obviously they shouldn't just be making the same game over and over and over again. But when they make something different and it's just so obviously inferior, what am I meant to say, you know?
Vector set. Strikecraft accelerate.
So now I've got a blob of 4 destroyers. And I'm thinking about... I don't want the match to end yet, it's just, it feels wrong to just end the match at this point.
Battlecruiser construction complete.
Is that my destroyers actually killing stuff? Is that a carrier killing fighters? Alright, there's the Battlecruiser coming out. I remember I complained about this in the demo, like the Mothership should be vertical and then you see the door come off and then the giant bastard comes out of it. Battlecruisers are so thin in this, they're really thin.
Upgrade complete.
And they didn't look like an insect like they did in Homeworld 2 when they were thin.
Engage drives.
See the Higaran Battlecruiser in Homeworld 2?
Vector on frigate.
That was a horizontal ship and it looked like a scarab beetle or something, like it looked like it had pincers. This one is just...
Ready for action.
It looks like a carrier, it's weird. Like, how do you tell apart carriers and battlecruisers? They look the same, man.
Contact. Tracking hostile strike craft.
Turned on the fire control. I'm trying to see how that works.
Assault frigate ready for action.
Seems like it works. How is all that crap able to get so close to me though?
Awaiting link ID.
I've got destroyers there, they should have turrets that can shoot really far away.
Hostile strikecraft engaging.
Like they just did there, didn't they? It's so inconsistent, it feels weird. It looked like my destroyers just shot at a target that was really far away, but then how did those other ones get so close?
Assault frigate
It's
ready for
inconsistent and strange. It's like there's just inconsistency that's really bad.
Give me zone coverage.
Fire.
action. Enemy strike craft detected.
So I've got everything
Updating
guarding the
screen.
mothership and I'm sending the mothership towards theirs.
Tracking strike craft.
Battlecruiser construction complete.
Set for CQ.
Look at that
Assault
anti-strike
frigate
craft
ready for
turret spraying and the bullets are just disappearing.
Results designated.
Look at that, it's targeting those resource collectors and the bullets are just disappearing.
New position confirmed.
Where's the momentum, the physics?
Cycle targets.
I would love it if the bullets just kept going, I would love
Enemy
it.
strike craft engaging.
Instead of just terminating at a maximum distance.
Strikecraft accelerate. Forward one.
Assault frigate ready for action.
Is that another battlecruiser out? It is. Okay, good.
Vector set. Scan.
Confirm escort.
Let's see what we got.
Engaging hostile corvette.
I think that's all money gathered. Look, all my stuff's idle.
Corvette in effective range.
Look, the money's run out. It's so weird though, it tries to shoot and it can't even reach. It's
Assault
really
frigate ready for
bizarre.
action.
Can't even reach. How did that happen? How did they not fix that? How have they not noticed that that happens? It's like a point defense weapon
Coordinates
that
verified.
sprays beyond its ability to actually reach. And what explains the spread that it's got there?
Channel open.
Target
It's weird,
confirmed.
it's strange.
Forward one navigation set.
Tracking show me fleet sensor head plus locals. Let's see who's out there.
Look at how nothing here is firing.
Engage. Receiving.
Shift to combat acceleration.
Caution, destroyer is taking fire.
Look at how my destroyers are not firing, man. Now they're firing.
Fire will.
That's so
Enemy
bizarre.
ship is your target.
Shit just doesn't behave right whatsoever.
All stations prep
Look, now they fire at it and face it. See, look, attack move is busted.
Engineering, make sure those missile fields do not jam.
Now they're firing, look at all of it now. Oh my god. They're so stupid. Yeah, I definitely need to do shorts that shows the
Attack data.
difference between this.
Task vector set.
And look, I can't even drag a box around the frigates only. See that? It attacks the mothership as well. Oh man. Look at that, I've got 5 destroyers, 4 destroyers, right? I've got 4 destroyers and they've got about as many frigates and they've half destroyed a destroyer. That is ridiculous, man. They should never have gotten within reach of me, man, it's so stupid. Look, that destroyer's half dead. They've almost done as much to me as I have to them because they've almost traded a frigate for a destroyer. My god. Look, why is my stuff not firing? What the hell is this?
Taking damage.
This is destroyers.
Alert. Destroyer hull integrity at 50%.
Right now they're firing a bit. Look, how have they been firing at me this whole time?
Hostile frigate destroyed. Retarget.
Oh, there's one gone.
Ready to copy.
Group 6, reinforced.
Man, it's so off. There's something just so off about this.
Hostile frigate destroyed.
Why is the range so low on those guns? It's just not right.
Enemy frigate
Man.
Exit combat area now.
Alright, so I've told them to move over there. I'm trying to do an attack move now. I did an attack move and they're not firing at that frigate. Look at that crap. What are they doing, man? Even the frigate is stupid, it's just going past me, ignoring me. Look how close it is to me. We're not shooting at each other. Look, I'm doing an attack move and it's not firing at it. Look, that's clearly a red attack move order. Right, now they fire. What is this crap? Look at the... Is that a range issue? No way is that a range issue. That would be disgusting if the range was so low. My god. It's so off. It's so off. Right, so there's an attack move. And they're in range of it, so it's actually working. So bad. They're chasing it, they're facing it.
Initiate attack on enemy capital ship.
No, engines to full. Gunnery, separate.
Alright, they're facing it directly. I'm leaving that to live to see what happens. Yeah, I need to do some shorts, man, to compare this stuff. And the Battlecruiser isn't firing, because it's got the mode on, which is fine.
75%. Caution, destroyer is taking fire.
I like how that mothership is like 5 times bigger than mine. Or more massive, I should say. Yeah, so we both spent all our money. Yep, so that's it. Expect shorts in the future, maybe. See you next time. Big thanks to all my patrons, who at this point are a big part of why I'm still here and doing this. Keeping me locked in, focused, invested. I do my best to give out perks in return, which includes monthly update posts on what I'm thinking and what I've got planned. Special thanks to Matteo Olivetti, Nathan Black,